I usually don't recommend one tricking. Every champion in League has flaws and every champion teaches you different things. Some champions are amazing for learning fundamentals, some champions are amazing for carrying, some champions are just fun as hell. But what if I told you there is a champion that does it all? And honestly, Riot completely cooked with this one. Yunara is one of the best AD carry they've ever created for actually improving at the role, because winning the lane as AD carry is important, but realistically, not losing it is even more important, and this is why Yunara is so disgusting. Yunara is a very flexible champion. Not only that she can be blind pick into pretty much anything, she works amazing with AFK low elo enchanter that sit behind you and do nothing, but also with hook champions that miss every single skill shot. Even when she's slightly behind, the champion still functions insanely well. You still have utility, you still have DPS, you still have mobility, and your combos are actually simple enough that you can focus on the game instead of fighting your mechanics the entire time. The basic trade is simple. Auto when you have 6 stacks plus Q animation cancel. That is it. Fast, clean, and reliable. If you want to go for a longer trade, you can also extend it with E like this. And remember, use E towards the enemy because of the movement speed increase. Later into the game, make sure you're spamming abilities before pressing R, because your ultimate reduces the W cooldown by 80% and completely resets your E cooldown. So your damage output becomes completely insane if you sequence it properly. Also, the W during ultimate should almost always be used right after an auto attack for the animation cancel. For the E mechanic, one of the things that people don't realize, Yunara E can either be a short dash or a long dash depending on your cursor placement. If you want to close distance onto the enemies, use the long dash. But if you want maximum DPS, use the short dash because it basically functions like an auto reset. You can also chain E, W animation cancel just like this. Small mechanic most players don't know, you can E into walls. Auto into the auto. Auto into the auto. And this combo is completely disgusting. You can R, W, flash to extend the range unexpectedly. Or combine everything together with R, E, W and flash. Mid-game fundamentals. Now let's talk about the most important thing for AD carry players. Mid-game. An AD carry in mid-game is actually very straightforward. You either want to play around your jungle or your side lane. And at the same time you want to collect as many waves as possible without dying. If you're strong, push the wave first, create priority, then move. You can make a play on side lane, invade with your jungle, pressure vision, force objectives, whatever the game gives you. But if you're behind, your role changes. Now you are the reactive player. You receive the wave safely, you farm, you become second on the play while the enemy AD carry is forced to move first. One thing low elo AD carries forget constantly is you need to always return to the mid wave. Mid priority in mid game is your responsibility. In late game, the game becomes simpler in theory, but harder in execution. Your job is play around teammates, avoid side laning for long periods, especially when objectives like Baron are alive, and deal damage consistently. That is it. Before every fight, create a road mental map. Ask yourself, what are the biggest threats in the game? What is their range? What abilities can actually kill me? That's it. Most AD carries happen before the fight even starts, so during team fights, hit the closest target. Unless you have very reliable play onto the enemy backline, don't ego it. Consistent DPS wins the fight. And honestly, most players already know all of this information. That is not the real issue. The real issue is autopiloting, panic, bad execution under pressure, not understanding why certain plays work and others don't. That's why so many AD carry players stay stuck for years, even while watching guides every single day. Because improvement in League is not about consuming more information, it's about finally understanding the game well enough to stop being a passenger in your own matches. Most hardstack players queue up, play on instinct, react to chaos and hope the game works out, but high level players don't play League like passengers. They play with intention, they truly understand the fundamentals, and that's why the game starts feeling controllable for them. Deep down, most of you already know you can play so much better than your current rank. You had these games where everything clicks, your spacing is clean, your control of the laning phase is very good, every decision you actually make in the game makes sense and everything works around you. The problem is not your potential, the problem is nobody ever taught you how to build consistency, how to build confidence in your decision making. And that is exactly why I created personalized coaching. Not to magically boost you, but to help you actually understand the game on a completely different level so you can start taking control of your matches consistently. Right now on the screen, you can see players that transform their way they play after fixing the real deal, the fundamentals. Diamond 4, hard stack to Grandmaster. Right here, Platinum 1 to Diamond in a week. This guy, Iron to Platinum, because once your decisions start making sense, League becomes way less frustrating. You stop coin flipping, you stop panicking, you stop feeling lost every game. And instead, you become the player that actually dictates the pace of the match. So if you're serious about improving as an AD carry, go to bizarre.com and book your own personalized coaching session.